Hello everyone, welcome to this week's plan with me in my personal size or medium size Kikki.K. This week I am again not using a sticker kit. This is just a new little phase I'm going through at the moment. I'm not saying I'm never going to go back to sticker kits, but I'm enjoying not using them at the moment in my personal. But anyway, I decided this week to use some Kikki.K stuff, partially just to prove to you people that I do actually use all that Kikki.K crap that I buy. Honestly, I do. So I want to do something springy because it's spring, and so chose some stuff from last year's sweet range, of which I have the printed notepad, the sticker book, and the stuff that was in the Paper Lovers book as well. So I grabbed this piece of note paper because it has those kind of borders on, and decided to use those borders as a kind of washi tape kind of thing. And yeah, and then my tape runner ran out, so that was annoying, and so I had to go off and find a new one. There we go, worked fine that time. And then just put that along the top there, and shortened it on the other side as well, because obviously I've got a thing that says month and I didn't want to cover that up, and then I cut it wonky, so I had to straighten up a little bit and then put it down. And yeah, kind of happy with how that looks. It's kind of pretty. And then put some along the bottom as well. My tape runner was really not behaving that day. You see me fiddling around with it an awful lot. But yes, so what do I do next? I don't remember. Oh, right. So I wanted to use the graphics that were on that piece of paper, but obviously they didn't fit. But I did want to use both the one that was in the top left and the bottom right. So I sort of worked out roughly where to cut them so I could stick them onto the paper. And yes, it would take up the whole other side, that whole piece of paper. But it's fine because I did something about that later on. You will see. So the way I stuck them down, like I could have, if I really wanted, done some mathematical something to work out exactly the angles and whatnot to put those down so they'd match exactly. But you know what? I am not going to do with that. It's only my planner. I do not have the time, patience, or mathematical know-how to do that. So I just worked it out roughly, and it's not perfect, but it looks fine. In my opinion, anyway. Some people may be perfectionists and be annoyed by it, but I like it, so there we go. There is, of course, that rather harsh line down the middle, which is showing up way worse on film than it actually is in real life, but I'm really not bothered. I am not a perfectionist. Like, it's fine. I don't care. And then I put that other little piece of sort of the edge of the note paper, my sort of fake washi. Glue runner still messing up there. Obviously it wasn't wide enough to cover the whole area, but I knew that I would just put a little sticker to cover up that little square of the paper behind. So I wanted something in the middle of that paper, so I put that sticker down from the sticker book. It does cover up a little bit of the graphics, but it was either just a little bit too big or way too small on the options that I had, so I went for too big. I decided to put some stickers over it when the time came, but apparently I haven't done that yet. So putting in my little date stickers. I get asked about those a lot, where they're from. They're mine, they're my own design. I designed them for these inserts that I created, so I'm sorry that I can't link you or anything. They're mine. I put that April sticker down that has the silver foil effect, because there's silver in the sweet range, and I thought I would probably end up using some, so I decided to go for silver for the month thing. And then because of the size of the stickers, I was kind of limited to what I could use on the paper that had the days of the week on, so I just kind of used this tag and stuck that down just for it to look pretty and stuff, and it doesn't take up too much room, but I think it looks kind of sweet. So just throwing in some plans there. Not a whole lot going on this week, or there's stuff going on that I can't write until it's after I've filmed, because I can't show it publicly. So like on the Thursday, I've just put like a little dot there to remind me to write it in later on. So just throwing a couple more stickers down, that cute little pot one there. And what else did I put down? Something silver, because I was like, oh, I really need to use something silver, because I've used that silver month sticker. And then this is what I'm doing about the fact that I covered up the entire right hand page. So I just measured that the length of that piece of leftover note paper there, and personal size paper is 17.1 centimeters long, and this was 5 millimeters over that, so I just trimmed it down a little bit so it wouldn't stick out too much, because that would annoy me. punched it with my Repesco, and there we go. And that became my sort of... there's an extra page this week. How exciting is that? I hope you're excited. So then I decided to use some of the stamps that came in this month's Brimbles box. I kind of pressed on that one a little too hard. I forgot. I don't do much stamping unless I'm doing embossing. And obviously when you're doing embossing, you have to stamp quite hard, push it down quite firmly. And I forgot that I wasn't doing embossing, so I stamped it down way too hard. So it's kind of a smudge that vaguely says work if you look really hard, but it's fine. I know what it says. Then I decided to divide the thing into 4 and use this week stamp. And what other stamps did I use? I think I did a meal plan one and a to-do one. I have to say, those stamps are brilliant, and Anna of Mrs. Brimbles did cover everything when she thought up what stamps to put on, but they are diddy. I mean, they are so small, and one of those, I think it was the meal plan one, I dropped it onto my floor, and it took me ages to find it because they're just so diddy that you got to pay a lot of attention to what you're doing, or you'll just make a mess and it'll be horrific. But they are great little stamps. But anyway, and don't press too hard because then you'll just get a smudge. But yes, I punched the corners of that little insert thingy just because I like my punch corners, as most of you will know. Stuck a radish on there because I thought the radish was kind of cute. And then I just wanted one more something to put on there. And so much stuff was like way too big to use. And then I saw that little label sticker and decided to put it down there on the weekend, chop the other bit off. At first I put it up there in the top corner, decided that didn't work, looked wrong. So I put it on one of the days, and then I can just write my main thing of that day in there. So now I'm just punching. I know if you're confused about why I use the Repesco for one thing and the other hole punch for this one, is because the Repesco is not very reliable at punching through anything more than one sheet of paper. So that had, the cardboard thing and the washi and whatever, and just the Repesco can't get through that. So yes, there is my springy week using the sweet range from Kikki.K, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. And yeah, so thank you so much for watching, everyone. I hope you all have a fantastic week this lovely spring, or if it's not spring where you are. But anyway, bye bye guys.